Yo, what is up? I am Gwen. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. If it's your first time stopping by, we just kind of play some games here, do some light streaming, chat with whoever hops in the channel, and that's about it. And today we've been playing Disco Elysium. It's my first time ever playing the game. This will be the part 3. It's a really fun game. Definitely recommend it. Check it out. We're just gonna hop right into it because I don't have too long today. Okay, so last time, I talked to the lady that was up in here. Might have found a ghost. Gonna report back to this woman.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus? Yes, yes. How was it? I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located
the entity he told me
entity?
about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
I like this one better.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where...
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
Let's go Inland Empire. Yeah, last one. Inland Empire. There is another entity more malignant pulling the strings of Martinez. Perhaps my travels I will cross paths.
A third order presence, yes.
A great, dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long. And definitely not in public. I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom.
Level up.
I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels...
Now I want to put it into my points, but I keep getting these new thoughts, and I keep having to unlock thoughts.
This has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Yes, the venture continues. In other waters, darker waters.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here, and there, too. 1,200 meters away, on the urban coast, the dark shape of a church is reflected on the water, calling. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Oh, Man from Heimdall. A very popular series of adventure novels. Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do. What does it matter? They're all the same. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Heimdallaman, the Man from Heimdall. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Rows and rows of Heimdallamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall. Return to maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the... Those snow crabs are worse than they sound. Not even close.
Not even close.
Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the Forest of Slaves.
Yo, respect to the
Man
author
from
for this. It's a
Heimdall
lot of books.
Under the Lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall Burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a pastoral combat gamebook set in the world of Heimdallaman, and so much more. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching. Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art.
Okay, now this book, I feel like I gotta buy this book.
Man from Heimdall, in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Heimdallaman lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall.
Are all women devil women? Interesting. On the next run through. This run through is Sensitive Cop. When I play it again, because I'm absolutely going to play a second campaign of this, physical, full-on hobo cop, and we're going to get rough with it. And for this one, we're just going to go interesting. I really don't want to click this, though. Let's see what happens.
Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. There's also some sort of a snake lizard beast slithering around her abdomen, chest, shoulder region. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
Yeah. The Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman, $9. I think that's worth it.
It is a bestseller for a reason.
Okay. Let's move the display of books. Okay. We'll head out there for now, and I think I'm gonna go pay for a set of dice as well. What's the fastest way to get up there? Is it through here? I'm starting to wish there was a little bit of like a fast travel system. Oh damn, I can't see dick in this area without the flashlight. Okay, up these stairs. And let's talk to you real quick.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I'm gonna get my shivers higher before I come back and do that.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. Ah, yes. Fortress. The Wiro Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing. I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice and dead as, well, death. It's an icositetrahedron, a 24-sided die that can produce results for two-sided. Untreated bone is porous and prone to chipping. Cast it in something hard. Maybe you have some other ideas for dice? How about an amber die? Who told you amber was cheap? For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from a piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past. Maybe you have some other ideas for dice? A normal die? Polyhedral dice. Come on now. Be a little. I think I have just the right one for you.
Police colors.
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes, here, catch. They're a gift from me.
It's a red track. Oh no! My hand-eye coordination is shit. And it's either let them fall. Oh, I could put a skill up! Okay, I might have to do this right now. Because I can't do anything else, but I can do a skill up. I was going to do a thought, but I don't want to let this... I don't want to fuck this up. Okay. And I can't save while I'm in it. Here's the thing, I can't save while I'm in this dialogue. I don't want to do it. Okay. Hand-eye coordination it is. Okay, come on.
Mr. Smooth
Let's
moves.
fucking go!
You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a
I don't think I would have gotten that. I might have gotten it, but I think that was a point worth it. That point's gonna come in handy later. But the first, I need to get my hand-eye up anyway. Wink at the dice maker. No, I'm gonna wink at the dice maker.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue
Nice.
one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
Cool, cool
She
stuff.
winked back at you. Can you believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
Nice. Yes, we
You'll
are.
definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
Nice. I got one for free, and then I'm still gonna order one because I think they give me bonuses. We'll find out. Well, maybe I'll wait. I don't know if I need another 20 real to pay for a room the next day, so I'll wait. We'll just count that as I'll come back and buy more when I figure out how to make more money. I'll count that as, hey, I got one pair for free. Let's go.
Wow. So someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The
Boring
brown.
is the last thing I thought I've been. Kid, am I
You?
boring?
I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it. No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal. Of course you do. Maybe some regulations and a usual pistol to go with them. It's official. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Calm down, drama. If anything, I'm cop of the I'm an apocalypse cop.
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Opt in or opt out? Because I thought I already had a capo type. Can it just keep changing? In regular cop might not be bad. We'll opt in. See if I get another thought.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
Well, I'm researching Cop of the Apocalypse right now. It's at 15%. I wanted to use my point to get another free thought. Possibly. That's a good one. I feel like that's a good one. Good for the civilization. That's a good one. That's a good one too. Don't know what this is going to give me, but I also wanted to unlock this and get either... Some kind of superstar? Ooh, I'm not gonna research. If that makes my Inland Empire. I'm probably not gonna search this one up because there's only so many thoughts I can hold on to. Only 12, and I want to be a superstar apocalypse cop. Nice, I got some dice. Now the colors of a police alarm. Let's go for red. Look at the map tab. See which white chunks have opened. Horseback monument. Punch clock payphone. Broken window. Cargo container. Hangman. Are those the ones that I got an improvement on from that? Or is this... No, it can't be. Oh, okay. The ones that are blacked out are the ones I've already got. So I'm pretty sure I got the policeman cloak, I think. We'll head out of here for now. Then what is it I'm gonna level up again?
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Head right on out of here, and then check our tasks. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of confused on where I'm supposed to go right now.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow.
What's the empathy for that one? Okay, so let's see. We got the body put away. What I really gotta do is I gotta find my badge. That seems like what's very important. I gotta find my badge to. I gotta find my badge. And I gotta talk to that guy that's in there, the Titus guy.
Shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
I might have that boost my conceptualization. Alright, let's see if I can find anything in there.
Shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime,
Just a little bit,
officer.
maybe.
100% guaranteed.
No luck. All you find...
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang!
I hope not.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem.
Hey,
Let's
plus
get you
one in
some real
perception's not
shades.
bad. Alright.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes, keep saving that economy.
You find...
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Well, let's not do these guys. I think I got a shot football I can show them.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles. Ah, yes!
Oh, absolutely. Cocaine.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what is right.
I have really howled down.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
I love these two old men. These guys are hilarious.
It's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day? Oh, sweet Jenny.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston.
His tone lacks its usual intensity, like he doesn't feel he has the right to speak on the matter. We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just to She was René's first girl, back when the prick was 16. They were courting...
And then you stole her from me.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when...
You stole her from me.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time.
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. René and I were both by her bed.
Died. No use sugar.
Departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features, but he immediately regains control. She could never make up her mind about anything. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married. Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
Wow, that's wild.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
He suddenly remembers you are still there.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left. Oh, the goal is to throw you bull. As close to... That's the cochonnet. Well, first, you draw a circle about a... Then, the players aim to throw their bull. You'll put that knowledge to good use.
I don't like where this is going, officer. Don't you think we should do something else now? Hurry up, then.
Alright, now, okay, and then real quick, we're just gonna show
The
him this
purity
rifle.
of snow always reminds me of Isabel McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing.
Bolt
the
spring
mechanism is jammed
and the
shut.
jam shut.
Still a beauty. Where did you find her? I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
That's rough. Alright.
The dented yellow milk. The box seems happy.
What was I gonna go do? I could talk to those guys in there. I might go see. I gotta ask about tattoos. Oh, I also gotta tell the Evar guy that I opened the thing, so we gotta go all the way back there as well. Maybe I can tell the
Looking for
manana dude.
something? Oh man, oh god man. Thanks for that, but no. It's about biology, not the most popular topic.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science people who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn. When member, this concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with
Why don't you? I think I'm gonna go with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Leading to extra competition.
Because I'm not
I'm
buddies with Kim, dude. How about you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your
yeah, I think I can get down with racism. What a line.
Right to work! Right!
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you now? Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
The encroaching doom is golden red. It is inside you, but also outside, on the horizon, by the water's edge. Innermost, but yet to happen. Things make sense from that angle. You're Tequila Sunset. You have been Tequila Sunset for a long time now.
The name's Tequila Sunset.
Boyadero!
You see his eyes turn teary with appreciation. He is extremely happy for you.
Shake his hand.
You receive a good, strong handshake in return.
Have a moment of silence.
He takes a swig from his flask, then offers you some. The idea of alcoholic swill sloshing around in your bloodstream feels fairly unappealing.
Wow. I actually don't have the option for it? Interesting. I thought it would almost force me. I just go wild.
And then we might go wild together. Which sounds fun. But I guess I have a strike to watch. So, anything else you wanted to discuss, Boyadero?
Gotta leave. Good talk. I'm Tequila Sunset. Alright, and then real quick, I want to see, did I ask this guy about the tattoos? Because he's got tattoos.
The unpromising race pupil returns. I am not like them. I am crying. Your silence betrays your
Okay, I know what you're talking to this guy. You keep on moving.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Hundreds of and the same materials. You already went through all of these. Remember, Leo, all items on the drawer. The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then...
Is my ex-wife gonna answer?
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home. This is Lummy. How may I help you? Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. No. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you call to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November 46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one. It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine.
On the corner of Voyager and Maine, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them.
Oh, shivers. What are you telling me?
And the air seems to grow darker. Suddenly, you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
Alright.
That's enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
That's enough for you today. Imagine being this man's partner. It's wild. Is there something over here?
Before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
My thought right now, Apocalypse Cop is destroying my rhetoric. Oh, interesting. So that's what that little noise means. I gotta have a pry bar in my hand. Interesting. What did I just find? Ooh, I like that. That's better than my, for... Nice. That's better than the interfacing. I think. Oh, yeah. That puts my half-light to 5, interfacing at 2.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this? You've hurt me, Harry. Me!
And gets over it in 2 seconds.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends.
Thank you for your understanding.
You too, Lieutenant.
None taken. Did we have anything else to...
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
Exactly the kind of fascist memorabilia I was expecting. Weasel probably prays to it every night for the... Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good. Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organ...
Yes, yes.
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't cross paths like... Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody.
Yeah, but
Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this.
Just kind of enjoy it on my balcony for a moment. I'll be right back.
But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
Would he? I'm not so sure about it.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are.
And we're back.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hat. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping,
oh my God.
Killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
I feel there's got to be a reference. That's got to be a reference to the United Fruit Company and the Banana Republic in what I think was Guatemala in the 50s. It's an insane thing. Look it up.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my... Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. But enough about me and my fun container.
Can I move his office?
The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them. All hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
An entire neighborhood of killers.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to...
So these idealists...
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction...
Okay, so I gotta talk to it down.
Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land.
Oh shit, did this actually happen?
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him.
That's the guy that's down in the bar I gotta talk to.
Leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
How do I know? Let me tell you. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got...
So you believe the scabs were organized?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being here. Strange.
Oh. Okay, interesting. I also don't trust this guy.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the record.
Interesting.
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the street. You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're going to show up in full force tomorrow.
The lieutenant marks something. in his notebook.
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good...
When you meet this Titus, tell him about this.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else? Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, yes, Harry, it's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of Revachol. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a money engineer. I'm more left than you are. It's another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. Don't my heart tells me to do. It's between 1 and 4. I feel like a dude who's got 200 like a detective that's been on the force for 20 years, 18 years, and 200 cases. However, that seems like what I would say if I was like the physical dude or something else. I'm the sensitive cop.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and...
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta. I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth... There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry. On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box.
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
I'm probably going to accept it, because I always just accept it and not.
Depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
Here's the thing, I did just say I follow my heart, and my heart is telling me I don't trust this motherfucker. I'll find my gun on my own.
Perfectly acceptable. No one's gonna force you into anything, but the good news is, the moment you change...
The lieutenant's eye. Okay, fine.
I gotta change my mind.
See you soon, Debarder.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
This is because I keep saying none of the above to the political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances.
All right.
In all of human
honorable
history.
Goal? Not approvingly.
Isn't it? History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually. increment by increment. Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above them. You may never live to see the kingdom of conscience. What benevolence.
Right.
What a fucking joke.
Wait a second, what is going on? Wait, hold on now. Because I trust Elysium more than anything else. Really, just...
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Oh, damn. Shit, this game is asking tough questions. Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed? Maybe not if the status quo is a little bit of chaos and bloodshed. What would Miller say? No.
Then you've never lived through real chaos. Sometimes, in the face of great disaster, defending the status quo is progress.
Oh, I think that answer I might have just have... Alright, I might not even be able to opt in anymore because of that.
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even...
I don't think I want to be a moralist anymore. Alright. I'm gonna take a break and think about this for a second. I'll be right back, y'all. Alrighty, and we're back. We'll opt in, and hopefully we'll get a thought. What's up? You scratching your face too hard again? And then I don't research it though, but this way I can just have it.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow? That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Okay. So I got a point up, which I can save. I kind of want to do the thing where I kind of want to keep a point in my back pocket, because having that one to pop into hand-eye coordination on the fly really helped. But I want to put one in composure next, and I also want to do a thought. So I've unlocked, okay, Kingdom of Conscience. But that's still going to be behind, okay, because okay, we're doing Cop of the Apocalypse, and I also want to do some kind of superstar, because that seems really awesome. And then I want to do the Fairweather 500, but I can save that because I got to get multiple pieces of armor, and we'll get that down the road. But yeah, next up is some kind of superstar, which I could unlock a point right now and get it going. You know what, let's do it. Because I'm not too far away from my next level up. And I want to get the superstar stuff going. Some kind of superstar. Still seems unlikely. Plus this one's only an hour. All these other ones are long. Oh, hour 25, hour 20. Not too bad, but... Nice. Oh, wow, I'll actually get Superstar Cop before Apocalypse Cop, even though I started this one way earlier. Oh man, I think I missed, there's a lot, hold on, there's a lot of doors that had that sound. I think I can now just open up with this pry bar. How do I get out of here? Oh, here we go.
You're back before the cargo container.
I want to go talk to the Joyce lady, unless there's anything else over here. Ooh, bottles.
This is the night watchman's booth.
Okay. Through here. Right now we're gonna go take a second. Anything new? Probably not.
Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit. We're negotiating. Aye.
The man whispers.
Well, let's see what's back here. Anything else I can get really fast? I might take some time to read that book and pass time.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassessed. A silver plaque on the... Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
We'll at least retry it. I'll wait until I get something that actually ups encyclopedia, though. Ooh, what's this? Ruins full of snow. No one lives here.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph. Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often. No, you shouldn't. You're an officer of the law.
It felt really good.
Not as a general rule, but that one was justified.
That means you should do it whenever you feel like someone's disrespecting your authority.
Fuck yeah, motherfuckers.
That's the spirit.
Oh, I healed health off that?
Never
Let's go.
Forget, the whole world's a wooden house, and you're a goddamn flamethrower.
Hell yeah, half-plate, let's go. Okay, now I got a decent supply of healing items, so I need to buy any healing stuff.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
I need any of
nasal
that. I'll just head right on out. Okay, I got my night paid for tonight. Talk to that guy. Alright, after 21 o'clock I gotta go back there and visit him. That, I gotta wait till Wednesday for that. Maybe we just go agree to do her that favor. Oh, I think this is one of those. Is this something I gotta look into? No, okay.
Yes? What do you want to know? Ah, yes. 3 days ago, the RCM emerged. During that time, a security guard. They didn't die. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as you. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find good. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the that's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't say that it does.
Your brain doesn't chime
when
in?
I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his that's where his conversations with himself take place. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
That's correct.
That makes him a binoclad. Completely uncopped material. If
I'm not gonna call him a bino. Glasses are cool. Yeah,
Are
he's
they?
my friend.
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
Perception. Failure. Okay.
No.
The
Okay.
lieutenant nods.
Not yet. That's fair.
That's because
Hey,
I'm half
stop it.
Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from... I don't speak a word of Seolite, and I've never met either one of my grandparents. Good.
That's all for now.
Let's change the subject.
Alright, I got the experience for that. It's one more task done. It's just last time I went there, it did not go well. Let's go back here. Let's try something. I think I need conceptualization.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my
Red
mural?
check cannot be retried. That's why I'm waiting, because it's...
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. Does anyone in a city like this?
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me? Yes. Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
So, okay, got the +1, still garbage. Oh, interesting. I expect to just find that. Okay, one suggestion, -1 half-light. I don't know what I expected coming in here.
guess?
Okay. Let's go talk to this lady.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B.
Ingredients for what?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, yes. After they clear...
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, man.
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the... Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, the lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. And if I'll be explicit, if you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. We did. On more than one occasion.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union...
Well, here's your chance, officers. No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of ours. This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has... Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the...
Cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets.
Oh, shit.
From Martinez to Jamrock. In the traffic you hear the clinking of glass vials, concealed beneath tarpaulin. Or is it just your teeth chattering in the cold?
A lot of it. It comes in from large Samaran factories in South South.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wonder since I first...
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a... How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going...
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bank...
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide... Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely. Then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock.
This lady knows what's up. I kind of trust this lady way more than I trust that fucking dude.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorry man would confide in.
Yes?
Oh, and that explains that empathy check on that driver. I bet if I make that hard empathy check, I'll get the answers I need. Hey, cheers, Trevor hopped in. We will take the case.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least.
Nice.
You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust for the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
All men are predators, dear. Nothing much to be done about that. The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next.
Would you say it was a bunch of apes duking it out?
Rights. It's a real kerfuffle. Why, of course. We're talking Duke Out Central. Full swing, interspecies
And the apes,
warfare.
were they evil?
No. I would say the apes were neutral.
Okay, neutral.
On the other hand, those would be the communists.
Alright.
Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during...
She's not gloating. It's a relieved celebration.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot... Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
A tragedy. Truly a kerfuffle.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Yes. The Insulindian deluge, they call it. Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I don't care about kings. Smart king.
Yes. King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
Right.
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended to foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people, really. The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it, at least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are
the rulers of Revachol, and also the world. These guys are strong.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
I don't know. I don't know what this guy is, man. None of the options are great. The options are communist. It seems the options are communist, fascist, moralist, liberal. But the liberal, anytime I pick a liberal option, it seems to just go back into communism in this game. So, I don't know.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about.
Hey, yo, cheers for helping the stream. Thank you so much for checking it out. Hope you were well.
They are what they are. Who knows? Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
White chat. Ooh. Plus 12. I'm gonna put on my stuff that ups conceptualization real fast.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Nice. Okay.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality?
92%.
My favorite part
Let's
of the day. Go ahead. Ask me anything.
Reach for something fundamental.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it. In the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included. Elysium.
Okay. So the world is Elysium.
It does. There are those who would call it hell. A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I got a clear picture. At least with Elysium. Maybe.
Oh, you want a picture of great things are difficult to achieve.
There's a orbit.
For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
It's a ball.
That's looking less and less likely, Detective. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids.
So this
the ORG nations
world
have
is
been
not
launching
a
weather
sphere?
balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revershol.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
Yes. Corona.
Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry.
What the fuck?
But if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be. They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly,
swaths of land disrupted by
imagine vast
nothingness.
swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute but this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together,
it's gonna bring anyone
it will jolt
together.
us out of our rut. Bring us. You have misimagined it. I don't have the power. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco.
Oh. Is the world a disco ball? Is the world a disco ball? Is the world of Elysium a disco ball with each little speck of light being like an island and the blackness in between being the pale? If you say it's disco...
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world.
Hey, thanks,
However
Kat.
wasted its
This game is an absolute mindfuck. Thank you so much for hopping to the stream. I hope you're well. And 10, 12 hours in, I'm finally understanding the name of the game.
The cold seeps into you. The air is heavy with 80% humidity. Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently.
Oh, awesome.
He adjusts
yeah, it
his
seems,
glasses.
I saw, there's someone I'm watching YouTube, they go by Shenpai. I saw them playing it, and I'm like, this looks really cool. I don't want to watch too much of it so I don't get spoiled. And I watched like 10 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, alright, I'm gonna check this out. It's very cool. I can't believe this is my first time just getting into it. Okay, so I think that's gonna be enough for now, so I don't have enough for the, for this one. At least not yet. And we'll come back, and that's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
For now, I want to go and
that I know.
find out about this drug
Anything else?
trafficking. I think it's the best next step. Ooh, skill point in my back pocket. I'll hold on to it for now. Yeah, because I'll hold on to my... wait, we'll hold off on thoughts for a second. And... one point of composure. Alright, we'll keep this in my back pocket for the moment. Unless I just get Inland Empire to 10 and see if weird stuff starts happening. Okay. If you want to see the thoughts I've gotten so far to kind of see like what the playthrough I'm going with is, because if it's your favorite game, you probably know way more than I do. So I've got Lonesome Long Way Home, Coach Physical Instrument, Jamais Vu, Advanced Race Theory, which I might forget. I just like it gives the +1 to the conceptualization. I think is good, and then we're doing Cop of the Apocalypse and some kind of Superstar. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had the Mazov something, like the communism thought, but I took that away because it was actually like, it was giving me negatives. I don't think it was really doing much for me. I needed the room, and I replaced it with Apocalypse Cop. Okay. Or maybe I put a point into empathy to redo these checks I've got. Oh, I can also, you know what, actually, we're gonna pass time. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I've got that one. That's the Jamais Vu. That one's really useful. Alright, let's start talking to these drivers.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man.
You seem like a man who knows a lot about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now.
Wait, give me 1 second.
Why the inquiry, my man?
Getting starving, had to pop in some stuff. Move my camera a little bit. There we go. That way, so whenever I go off screen, a little bit more centered. Then whenever I go off screen, I get the little cat cam for people, because I take frequent breaks. Okay. Let me be straight with you.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration. Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking.
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
He's a poet. Hit him with your best verses. Yes! I'll have to come back for now. I don't think I'll hit that 28%. Yo. Cheers to whoever hopped back in the stream. Appreciate you. Let me switch out this. I might put the jacket on. Okay. So there's 3 drivers. I know there's this guy. There's the racist driver over here, and then where's the third one? Okay, where's the third driver? That's what I gotta find, I think. Oh, or is the third driver this weird lady over here?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the wary aspect of a cornered beast.
Yeah, let's just go with this one.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s. Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people.
Alright,
I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero. Until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Buendero.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you. His head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark. This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen.
Oh,
and
let me see one of this guy's
to
movies.
Memorize all his lines. Someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. They're beautiful. That is all that matters.
beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know.
Is this the third driver? It's not her.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the Black Sun had just come out.
Sounds dope.
The posters were 20 meters tall, while you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. In Methk, it was a golden age. Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole. Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain. It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon. Of course not. The Boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maygrit, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down. So the Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the mud.
Jesus Christ!
Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is
That's
calling
not where I thought that was going.
You have to understand. A true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know
That's
what
me.
it meant to
Tequila
love a
Sunset. Boyadero.
What if to truly love a Boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
She's just a distracted old...
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
A pale dream is what it is. What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare. Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
If you don't know, you're mad, Loman. What of it? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grad on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grad, Loman?
What's up, buddy? You okay? Let me see your face. Are you good? Come here. Let me see you. Let me see you. You good? Oh, okay.
It's diamonds, Loman, obviously.
Damn this. Make her answer.
Hey, calm down.
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet.
Okay, I actually 100% think this lady's telling me the truth.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls, or I can just relax and let...
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Alright, that lady is something. And also, I'm now 100%. I'm convinced it is the other guy. And when nighttime goes around, we're gonna see if I can go and sneak into the Rory, maybe, and find the drugs. I think that seems like something the game will let me do.
A lorry stuck in the traffic. The windows are clear. They've been
Okay, so I need empathy to redo that check. I want to put more points into volition. God, all my intellect stuff is trash. Composure needs one. But we'll hold off. Okay. Yeah, let's not.
Looking for something odd? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let
anything pollute my body. He takes a long drag at his cigarette. That's comedy.
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre,
I actually think
Ilmara.
this guy is so racist he would not haul drugs.
And then use it to outcompete us. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage.
Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep the poison off the streets.
Wearily, unsure.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer. Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some Kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
It's a fucking travesty! And if it's not you, then who's running them?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman.
Oh.
Really, he's just
wait, so there's 4 drivers then. Failed driver, the dude that's selling stuff all the way down on the bottom, this guy, and the smiling dude, and the poet guy. Which I still think it's the poet dude. That lady had like a witch vibe, like a truth speaker, seer vibe.
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Yes, yes.
Looks like
speaking of
your
apricot,
partner there. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
I wouldn't be so sure about it.
Guess so.
Ooh, thought
done. Some kind of superstar.
Nice. What am I looking at?
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future,
20 cases a day?
Like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Yo, this reminds me of The Nice Guys with Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock in the beginning. There goes my hero. Aim for the bushes. If the end of this game ends with Harry Dubois chasing a perp, and he looks over a building and goes, aim for the bushes, and he lands on the sidewalk and dies, 10 out of 10. Alright, what's my bonus? Mine is, oh god. I should have accepted that. -1 logic, just basic. Learning cap for visual, oh okay, but learning cap for visual calculus raises 6. For suggestion raises 6. Electrochemistry raises 6. You can definitely die into stupid ass ways. Oh, thanks, Kat. I didn't know you were still in the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Learning cap for composure raises 6. That's solid. It'd be nice if I got +1 to any of those, because it seems like getting, I don't know how many stat points I'm gonna get. Alright, I'll take that. That's a good one. Okay. Nice. So what does that put my stats at? +1 from thoughts. Okay, so it evens out. 1 logic. Visual calculus got a big buff. Suggestion, composure all got big cap raises. That's good stuff. Okay. And before I forget about it, because that guy mentioned apricots, I got something I can interact with. Where is it? Handwritten note from the fridge. Oh. I didn't know I could write. What is this?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Hey, give me a sec. I'm trying to. I think I gotta fix my charger real fast because one of my cats fucking chews through the cable. Give me a second. Okay. Alright, I'm back. If you stuck around, thank you so much. Thanks for the patience.
You'll find the filament memory with the offsite copy in the frozen ice cream
Oh,
maker.
okay.
Please take it
Oh,
home
shit.
ASAP. It's important.
The ice cream maker.
Myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Swaff.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe it's because of the entity, Kim.
That's implausible.
Hey, calm down.
Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory, even if he doesn't know what to do with it. He'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Can I pawn these memory filaments after I'm done with them? It'd be a good way to get some cash.
I don't know. I assume it...
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Oh yeah, okay, put the note away. Alright, interacted with that, and then...
A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots, with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon.
Alright, why do I even care about this?
There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper, yet you're drawn to it.
Okay.
Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with the Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please.
No, Inland Empire. You're doing a lot of good stuff, but we gotta find out what this is.
Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper, yet you're drawn to it. Drawn by regret. Stop.
Hey, leave her alone. I don't know what's going on. Just leave her alone.
Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please.
I don't even care about this. I'll hang on to it just in case.
Carefully fold the wrapper into a square.
Hey, cheers to overstop into the stream. Thank you so much.
Pocket,
hope you are well.
Lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret.
Okay. Alright, so I guess we'll just deal with that later on then. Let's go talk to this guy. It's 1551. We'll go talk to this guy down here, who's the third lorry driver. Ooh, what's back here?
Okay. You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are
stop
cool.
growling.
The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Hell yeah, we are.
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol. Very cool. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin life. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
We're not trying to be the hobo cop addict on this run. We're not gonna. We're gonna just proceed.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor.
Okay.
I don't know anything about
that's why I was confused.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. Nothing. I told you.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
There's more here. He's afraid of this crowd, whoever they are, more than he is of the racist lorry man.
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess.
Yeah, we're buddies,
I
so
spent 15 years
playing good
working
cop.
my way up. It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver.
What?
You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady. All of them. I don't know.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
What driver has tattoos? Is that the poet one?
I don't know. Maybe.
It could be. She was strange.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it. You keep coming back. That's good, officer.
Got a composure for that. 50 for the speakers.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Alright, since I think everyone hopped out of my stream, I'm gonna take this moment to just go scarf down a snack so I can not be super hungry, focus back on the game.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping it isn't gonna be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is. I didn't, man. I told you.
He still is, hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part.
Okay.
Not trickery.
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. A youngish woman. Gruff.
What color hair?
Blue and violet.
Blue and violet died?
It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Okay, a woman with blue hair. Interesting.
Damn, I don't want to...
We can't just...
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation.
It won't come to that.
I don't believe you. I just can't, man. I'm not... She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over.
Ooh.
And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Also, everyone's afraid of her.
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life.
This guy's down bad.
But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
She got the same problems
The
Harry's
pain
got.
it was causing her.
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay?
Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
We'll find another way.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking
I
again.
always change my mind.
Would help with my rhymes, too.
Yeah, I kind of like that guy, so we're not going to bother him too much. Alright, I'm going to take a quick 5. I'll be right back. Alright. Munched on a quick snack. Took care of my animals real quick. Stream manager's up, charging. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. Where was I? Trying to find Lady Driver and her lorry.
Looking for something, Aunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? I don't know what you're talking about. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Actually, we do.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air.
The bitch mother?
Gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Alright, Kim, you take the lead.
Yeah, him.
Crazy cop, sane cop.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies would do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
Nah, Kim, get him. Get him, Kim.
Of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Oh. Nice.
Men like this
Let's go.
only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Let's get loud.
Fuck you.
Oh, we're grabbing him.
You, I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
For the rest of my life. I'm gonna go to the police radio saying this guy told Madre to fuck off. Oh, I like this one.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Hey, calm down.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple.
Sweet.
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Let's go, Kim. What was it, this one over here?
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Yeah?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Okay, let's get my physical instrument up to 6 by taking my shirt off. Which is just such an interesting, funny little thing. There we go. Okay.
This screen found A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the... With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar.
I pass all the physical instrument checks by saying,
pull down the hammer
by taking my fucking shirt off.
Release your
Smash it.
lorry cabin.
Say fuck the police and then smash it. Say welcome to Revachol window and then smash it. I'm sorry. Smash it apologetically. I'm not the sorry cop, otherwise I would do that. But we're trying not to be the sorry cop. You wanna go outside? I got you. I'll open the door for you. Yeah, go ahead. Go hang out. I got a little bit before I gotta leave. You can hang out. Welcome to Revachol window. That seems like what the superstar cop would say.
The window shatters and droplets of glass.
Sato.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Alright.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached
My
to
cat's
the
freaking
dashboard,
out.
and a toolbox
Calm
sits
down.
under
Everyone
the
okay?
driver's
Jesus
seat.
Christ. You okay? God. Okay. Pull out the tool.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat.
It's empty.
It's empty. It's an
Unfolded
issue of
paper.
Petty Ferrique from last Wednesday. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
The Uland frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been...
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve doesn't look like it. It's completely...
The smell of 1,000... You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like... But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued.
Sandpaper? A novel technique. Must be to offer some extra grip to the driver's foot.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls.
Okay.
There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox
what did I
to
get?
close the rusty old lorry.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Yeah.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruder. Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow.
The vows?
The vows are blood and flesh.
What is my lower intestine going on about?
Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
Okay.
Fascism, Brota.
Oh, Jesus.
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revershot's problems?
I don't know. Foreigners, financiers, leftists, academicians, liberals. I thought you were my circulatory system.
Quit stalling, Bruta. We're talking about the weakest, worst, most insane
I don't know,
thing.
the rich people?
Yes, them. But also, Wermen.
What?
Wermen. Men of Wer. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen.
What?
That's what
this is what endurance
boils down to. The rest is also important.
That's what fascism boils down to.
But the main thing is that woo men need to know their place.
That's what fascism boils down to. Writing in this game is great. Am I having some kind of stomach seizure?
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth.
Why am I
because
getting
you've
this?
said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times.
What if we called it something else, like traditionalism?
Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking. You're going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, Brota.
I'm not going to be played by an upset stomach. Maybe I opt in, and then we're kind of opting into everything, but I only have room for 12 thoughts in my brain at a time. Honestly, more than I have in real life. So, we'll opt in, but we're not going to research it.
For the nation, smart. Best not to mention the woo men too often. That's why you're the head, and I am the stomach. Of course you are, Bruta. Of course.
A wink-shaped growl sounds from your ass.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of... I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
As elegant as they are...
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
Yes, well...
Unimportant.
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road. We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. Debrief of...
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
Pry bar not strong enough.
A hand-cranked ice cream churner on top, and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. Turning the crank feels oddly. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Jesus Christ, Inland Empire! Why you gotta hit me right in the heart? I'll never be a novelist!
What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
Oh, electrochemistry, you know me so well. We'll wait until I gotta find a stronger pry bar, I guess, because to get minus 20, I'm not getting dick with that. Let's go talk to Joyce. I want to see if I can get another book from the book. You know what? Maybe before it closes, we'll I think I got the day paid for today. I'll probably make enough to scratch the rent for tomorrow. We gotta get this guy smarter. We gotta get Harry's brains better. But what's it? All the little dots, because each one is one experience. Okay. What are these?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist Browbritter is a fun game of economic...
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Do I have friends?
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations.
An endless variety of source books. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium. There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition mega setting supplements module. Nonsense for anemic Beano-clads. These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name. Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work. Furthermore, they have no idea how hard it is to simply remove a body from a tree. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family.
Sure thing.
Just doesn't tell the truth at all. You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get me Mullen. The stalwart adventures of Richard. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen.
The final case of Dick Mullen, an obvious lie.
The final case of Dick Mullen, an obvious lie. Dick
the murder of Dick Mullen. Dick Mullen dies?
Turns out he faked it to solve a case. Yes.
Of course he
did.
There's
also the dame who did it.
Farewell, my Mullen.
Faking tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death.
Dick Mullen must become the murderer?
This is not the way real police solve crimes. The real police are some 20 kilometers away, sitting in an armored motor carriage.
Come on, Chester. Tell the story again.
Again? Man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not that interesting.
The fuck it is. And these guys haven't heard it. You see, Chester here...
Gosh, why?
A very fucking dangerous case, ain't that right, Chester?
Yeah, sure came close. Alright, so I was
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
My reaction speed up. Fascist magic?
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People.
Yeah, biographies of famous people.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies.
Supernatural. We'll check that out in a second. What's this?
Several maps have been attached to
Oh,
a
holy
bulletin board
shit.
hidden
Can I just where I get a map?
alcove. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of Ozon, Laurentide. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou. In a bookstore, it's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible. You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods. Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust. The north coast of a verdant island is to the east, rolling hillsides. Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People should. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the great... No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two, they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist loop from when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years. They didn't get that far, for some reason.
Can we fix up Martinez over the course of the game? That'd be awesome.
It'd be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Angry storekeeper stared. I mean, I'll just pay 90 cents. That's
always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Now here's what I want to know. So I finally have a map. Yes, there we go. I have a map. Nothing that says you are here, but I got a map. Okay, and then so I can't go across the waterfront until they fix that, and I'll be able to go to the church and the shacks and stuff down the road. Interesting. Nice. And these show me the checks on the map. I like that.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime.
Sir, please, I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice. In various paranatural books still litter the shelf. Amidst the point of it serves platitudes, while wholeness, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of it's your own fault if you're ill. Got it? The book features chapters on topics such as how to find There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
There we go, 97%.
The throbbing in your head increases with every
I knew there was something on the shelf.
Gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent.
Ooh.
The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pearl. The book contains very little explanation on the matter. The book contains descriptions of various pseudo-scientific therapies.
Oh, hey, what's up, Crunchy? Thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah, man, I got you.
Also known as Le Territoire.
Hope you like the stream.
For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venig or hand broom made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree. Even better if you can find someone else, preferably a large man dressed in nothing but a towel, to thrash you while you're spread naked and helpless on a cool slab. It is, and good for the circulation too.
What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pearl. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow, among other benefits. It is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
I'll get my hands on some of that.
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pearl. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins. This is exactly what you need.
What if this is actually exactly what we need?
I don't want to be the party pooper, but this pearl territory sounds sort of dangerous. Maybe you shouldn't walk in it naked. There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long enough. If you'd like to continue reading, I must insist you buy it.
Yeah, I'll pay the $4.
Indeed. Something about that book does seem to have spoken to you. Well, I hope it contains what...
Okay, and then is there anything on this one? What is this?
Shelves full of biographies of fake. Browsing through all the books with all their names, suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tipped. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading...
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead, take your time. I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's a very influential historical figure. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system. Certainly, it's prudent...
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow.
Yeah, alright, Inland Empire.
Inside.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
Alright, hopefully all these various books will help boost my brain a little bit. We'll just do one now to see how long it takes. We'll do what seemed like the fun one first.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez. Your finger moves through the various streets. Finally, coming to a halt on the...
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal.
A tutorial agent. Okay, the man from Heimdall and the devil woman. Okay. Well, this is the first. All right.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego.
No, wait a second. Maybe we'll do this one first.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Heimdall man. The jacket copy proclaims, "Man from Heimdall returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Heimdall be able to escape his dire situation and find his missing friend?"
Alright, flip through the book.
You open the book to a random page. Man from Heimdall, wielding his two Zweihanders, is carving through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination. His arms, whirling like windmills, are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield.
Oh shit, gritty and heroic.
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Heimdall tribe. From the village of Heimdall, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name. Man from Heimdall rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. Both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself? The steel muscles of Man from Heimdall gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid northlands he calls home.
Holy shit, this is so me.
A passage reads, "The man from Heimdall looks up, his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Heimdall will never succumb to your seductive wiles. Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Heimdall, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife." Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says, "I have grand plans for you, Man from Heimdall." She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. "First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the Man from Heimdall. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct." In the final pages, Man from Heimdall mounts Gallavarin, his mighty griffin, and turns his gaze to the horizon. Queen Lydiana is dead, but an army of cannibals is storming the gates.
I read the fuck out of this book.
There's no word of trusty Tyribald. To find out what happens next, you'll have to pick up Man from Heimdall and the Three-Eyed Skull, available in fine bookstores everywhere.
Okay, we gotta go get the second book. Oh, I thought that would give me like a, I don't know, a bonus or something.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely rows and rows of Heimdall, maybe 100. Those snow crabs are worse than, not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell.
Oh, blood and violence, scantily clad. At last, if you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Heimdallaman, the Man from Heimdall.
Okay. Whew, toasty. Okay, this is an impossible conceptualization red check. So, I really gotta wait until, and I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna cheese that save.
You're back. Good. Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter. And in any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may...
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
I'll listen to the authority.
Exactly. But what?
Ah, good to hear. I would...
Be very careful what information you're gonna share with her.
A runaway? Good work. This is a tangible lead towards solving the whole mystery. We contain multitudes, do we not? It might...
She means you know her closer now. In some way, you know her soul a bit.
What is La Puta Madre?
They're not to frighten you, ma'am.
Frighten me? I'm not frightened easily, but I understand some things are best for the police to keep to themselves.
Yeah.
I appreciate you placing your trust in me. Thank you again. Now, per our original agreement,
Let's go.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, man, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's every worker a member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece. Absolutely not. These mercenaries...
Who are they?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me they wear ceramic armor, semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allows some of the more militant union members to subdue him.
Okay, if it was a woman that was assaulted, I'm betting it had to have been either that lawyer lady, or maybe that lady I first met that stayed in the hotel, or the Sylvie woman, maybe the one who called it in, who we talked to, but she seemed like she had a problem with me specifically, Harry. It was the only theory I can think of.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched.
And the
Last
union
Sunday night.
did it. Okay.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with any... It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the union militant.
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the union to respond.
This case just got serious.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debarders have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons,
Oh,
even yours.
Sweet.
Most Union workers don't have
I
guns
already
at
got
all.
the boots. Just gotta get the rest.
As I said, a bloodbath.
See, Kim, this is the great bloodletting I've been telling you about.
It appears you found it, yes. And I'm not happy for you.
I think the confrontation is inevitable.
It doesn't have to be like this. Nameless, badgeless officer of the citizens' militia. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Not much. Their public resume.
Down a deep black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste.
Meaning they're you.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi. Yesut. The Seminese I wouldn't go as far as to use that term, detective. Yes.
Feels like there's a good response here, but you're...
Sadly, no. Before this happened, if you still have access to the...
Do you know a lot about the inner work?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. The remaining contractors. They're that the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around
that sounds about right, honestly.
The lieutenant consults his notebook.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest...
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not... Lely. His service name. Nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name.
Lely.
Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved. That's wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Until the executions start.
They don't report the...
Not on this matter. I'm
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
Oh, shit.
It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask. Of course. Excuse my...
For about...
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body.
Her mouth is relaxed.
Sorry. I was trying to see... I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters. Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian. The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad.
Where is he now?
That is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning. Within quite a few. Vredefort.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande. Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder.
You said you can't read.
I can't. This man was no sailor.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger. In Martinez, looking into Crenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is...
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos. His platoon members? The other...
You wouldn't even know where to start.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh, nice to finish the
apocalypse. It's not fire. It's not ash. There will most certainly be a sea of corpses leading up to the event. But it won't be war or pestilence that causes it. Oh no, the event will belong to a genre of cataclysm no man has dared to suspect would ever come to pass.
Nice.
You can only sense the shape of it, like a cavity, a pit opening up in your stomach, a throat into which the world will vanish.
My caps are going crazy.
The streets, the grass,
I need to start getting a lot more
stars,
experience points to
all
get some
will be
points.
rolled back. By whom? By what? And how? You don't know. All you know is you're not joking around.
Alright, that's awesome. Okay, I have 2 points. I'm gonna put 1 into composure because I feel like that's low. And I really need to keep my composure up. Alright, wait a second. You know what? I'm gonna put 1 into, I think it was logic. Because this is a red check I want to pass. I also need 1 for empathy. Okay, so I already have the +2 to logic. Hey! Calm down over there. Alright, we're gonna, real quick, we're just gonna save this. And then, if I can avoid, white cheese this one, and then if I can avoid using a point in logic, I'll put it in composure afterwards.
Good. What can I... Of course. Anything to help. They've gone to... They don't...
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position.
One is obviously the scout leader.
Okay.
At the harbor gates. The one
That's
chanting
good to
the
know.
idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Oh shit, no
the
way.
other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe,
Of course it bothers me.
Okay, so if I fuck up, those guys are gonna
But my
start
hands are
executing
tied.
everyone.
How would my employer react if it appeared...
your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
That would afford a good vantage.
Where is your radio for contacting them?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel. I hope I can answer it better. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
Okay, awesome. And then we're going to... Real quick, we're gonna put 1 point into composure. So I want to get that up to 4. And then my next point I'll put into Inland Empire to give me a 10. And I think that's going to be it for today. I got to call it here. Thank you so much for watching. this is the end of part 3. If you stuck around all the way watching this on YouTube, you're a rock star. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe. Check me out on Twitch if you want to chat with me there, or if you want to drop a comment and let me know some suggestions, or clap me in the comments because I'm doing everything wrong. Oh, hey, awesome, Cats, I didn't realize you were still in the chat. Please drop a follow if you have not. Also, feel free to check out my YouTube if you want to see. I have all my previous VODs, so my previous playthroughs. They're up on YouTube uploaded so people can watch them. And that's linked on my Twitch page. That is going to be it for today. Where else am I? Oh, so as always for the regular YouTube BS, like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. And as always, blessings and gratitudes to you all. I am out of here for the day. Have a great one. And a shout out to you, Kat. Thank you again for watching the stream. It means a lot. Please drop a follow, and I will see you around on the next one. I'll probably be playing... I have a lot more time in the next couple days, so I'm going to be getting a lot of disco. If you want to see a lot more of this, I'm going to be getting a lot of this in over the next couple days. So keep an eye out for that. Have a great one. Take care.